Artwork, critiques, Photoshop files, and reference sheets are all available on my Patreon.
Guys, just before we get started, it's lovely to see you again. I just want to announce that I have a brand new YouTube channel, Mega Mega Minis. It's all about Warhammer and geek stuff and Lego and Gunpla. So if you know what's going on, please give that a follow. I'd bloody love you for it because I have no clue. It's coming from the perspective of a total beginner. Links below. Let's get back together. Well, hello there guys and girls, I hope you're all doing bloody well. My name's Mikey and welcome along to another episode of Draw with Mikey, episode 148. Guys, it has been a long old while and there isn't much to discuss. So for those of you not in the know, hello and welcome. This is the super casual midweek series. Basically, it's unedited, very rough around the edges. It's my opportunity to touch bases with you delicious people, the viewers, by reading through the comment section of the previous episode, 147, and really just touching bases with you guys and forming some kind of connection. However, this channel is not dead, do not worry, and I'm not dead, I'm still here. Basically, I'm off doing a number of other things which I'll currently discuss and talk about, the fact that I am coming back to this channel, but I just wanted to kind of firstly say, guys, thank you so much. We have hit 950,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is mental, that is crazy. Thank you very much for all the love, support, following along, clicking on the videos and doing your thing. It absolutely blows my mind, bearing in mind that like this all just started as like a casual kind of hobby thing, and now it's like one of the things that I love doing the most. But of course, we will be continuing onward. So what I thought we could do, seeing as this is episode 148 and the Draw of Mikey series is now much more of a rare occurrence on the internet, is that 950k thank you is right here. We'll do episode 149 at 975, just touch bases again, and hopefully by then there'll be a lot more content coming out on the Mikey Mega Mega channel. And that means to celebrate, hopefully, touch wood, one day reaching 1 million subs on this channel, that will come in line with Draw of Mikey episode 150. That will be a live stream special on YouTube where we're just going to have a really long stream drawing all day long with loads of like free tablet giveaways worldwide and all sorts of stuff. We'll have a little party, we'll have a little bit of a celebration. So yeah, guys, firstly, thank you very much for that. Much love. And also thank you for people continuing to follow the channel when I'm not actually making content. I'm really glad that what I am doing is useful and people are still kind of like following along for the tutorials. So, quick heads up as well. See, this is unedited. This is why it's so rough around the edges. If you do have any questions, feedback, thoughts or feelings, anything that you want to know, anything in general you want to ask, and more importantly, anything delicious that you'd like to suggest to me, especially when it comes to anime, manga, hot waifu suggestions and video games, do let me know in the comments section. With any luck, I'll be reading it next time around. Another thing, right now, at the time of recording, I'm currently doing something called the never-ending live stream. It is a terrible mistake and a horrible experiment that I'm doing. Basically, by the time you listen to this episode, I will be live on twitch.tv/mikeymegamega, and I probably will have been live for about 13 straight days. Currently, I am on 277 hours, 8 minutes and 50 seconds at the time of recording of unbroken live stream. It's just not been stopping. So right now, although it's completely muted and it has nothing to do with anything, at the time of this recording, whilst you're listening in at home, I'm actually also live on Twitch, and everybody on Twitch is watching me right now, just kind of speaking to the microphone. It is super weird. So thank you very much again. Now, I am going to be getting my sweet self down through the comment section, don't you worry, but just a few more things to catch up on. Guys, as you can tell, in today's episode, I am drawing a Sexy Sisters of Battle. Oh, I mumbled that. Sexy Sisters of Battle, one of the Adaptus Sororitas from Warhammer 40,000. And I really wanted to do in much more of a kind of slim, skinny anime feel. I've got some other anime versions of her that I've kind of sketched my way through and started and stopped on, but we ended up doing a very kind of thick, heavy Warhammer feeling armored version of her, so that she's really kind of like a bit more dumpy and a bit more solid. And we ended up doing the Painty render method as we went through the piece. So on screen right now, you're just seeing as I slowly put this all together and kind of worked out what we were doing. I started off with a lot of grayscale because I wanted to capture some of that grim, dark future kind of feeling by basically saying, we're going to have a certain kind of lighting scheme going on with the character or not. And then I kind of actually rendered up some color from that by putting on a whole load of layer styles and properties and trying to kind of build up and see if there was something that we could come up with the end. And last week, of course, we were doing Noelle from Genshin Impact. So if I read from your comment section and there's a lot of Noelle based comments, we can also dive in on top of that as well. But yeah, basically, as I would have said at the very beginning of this episode, I have a new channel. It is Mega Minis. So if you have any remote interest in Warhammer, links are, of course, in chat and below in the description. I've just started up just now. Basically, I'm taking a beginner's look at the world of miniatures, Lego, Gunpla, and Warhammer in particular from the point of view of a beginner and just putting a few videos together. So if you know what's going on there, make sure you're following along with Mega Minis. I would love you to just pop down there and give that a cheeky subscribe. That would absolutely make my day. So yeah, my geekdom is expanding. We're seeing what else is out there. And just to kind of announce that, that's why we've been working on some Sisters of Battle, and we'll be working on some sexier Sisters of Battle, I think, further down the line as well, because I have been sketching up a few more kind of lighter anime examples. You're welcome to just pop over to Twitch and ask me to show you. I've got them all sitting on my computer. But that's what's going on there. We launched that channel. I, of course, have the Megaverse channel, which has all of my live stream general content. So that's all constantly going on and uploading daily over there. I have been very busy, but it means I'm just trying to get all of that under my wing and a little bit smoother so that we can go back to doing some lovely drawing tutorials, which will hopefully be starting sometime mid to late November, and then we'll just crack out loads of them because I've got so many different ideas and various things that I want to do for you lovely people. I've been getting all of your messages on all the different social medias of all the other kind of things you want to see me kind of teach, all these very particular poses with girls, other stuff with guys, eventually one day maybe, and legs especially needs to happen, and more on hands and other poses and difficult areas of the body. There we go. I feel like I'm speaking a million miles an hour. So yeah, we've got loads to get through. Now, that's basically the nutshell of what's going on. Go please and follow me on Mega Minis. I'm all on different social medias for all my different channels now. We're expanding the Megaverse and all the things associated with it. Mikey Mega content is coming back soon. I'm very excited to be doing it. I'm desperate to draw more with you guys, but I've just had a whole load of other things to work on. And the last things are that if you have been following along with the Draw with Mikey series, number one, I have finally finished Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. Thank you so much for your patience. I think I've been watching that show for about 2 years. I am now ready to take all of your suggestions for other excellent anime and manga to watch. Really quick note, Jojo's Part 5 isn't necessarily everybody's favourite of the series, but honestly, it had a really nice kind of quality. After the madness of Stardust Crusaders, I feel that we did need to take a break and go over to, is it Morioka Town or Morioka? To just have like a slightly smaller adventure over there. But we still came across some really nasty characters, some wild scenarios, and I absolutely bloody loved it when, now no spoilers of course, but Kira has a special time-based ability which unlocks at the last minute. And then that time-based ability, after it's activated, then affects the time rhythm and pacing of the intro titles to the next few episodes. It was really meta, and honestly I loved it. So I'm ready for the next JoJo's. I can't remember what part 6 is called. I'm always wondering if I'm just going to watch part 2 again, Battle Tendency, because the Pillar Men are fantastic. But yeah, we've did it. We put it behind us. I can see the sunrise on the horizon. Good times. Now, let me have a quick sip of my tea, you lovely people. God, it's so nice to be doing this again, guys. Lovely to have you. Thank you so much for listening in. If you've got any questions about the Painty render method that I'm taking with this particular Sisters of Battle, or again, any questions about the more anime versions that I want to do, and the ever-switching A to B tick-tocking of the clock that is my inability to coalesce two completely different art styles into one. Instead, I just keep doing one and then keep doing the other and stressing in between. Then get yourself in the comments. Ask me these questions away. I will do my best to hop on it and give you all the knowledge I can. Allow me to sip some tea. Oh, that's really good. One sec. Yorkshire Gold Blend, if anybody's wondering. The good shit. Yeah, that real good shit. Okay, so normally I don't have such a long rambling introduction, guys. Thank you so much for waiting along. It is a pleasure to have you. Now allow me to sweep myself into the comments section of last episode, DWM147 from January? From January. Okay, from January. So about 9 months ago. My apologies, that one's on me. Let's see what's going on. So this is when we were doing the Noelle fan art. Now, Rika the Wolf Girl, hello there, says, me who plays Noelle as a single character. Yes, finally. Oh, Rika, so you hardcore playing Noelle when you're playing Genshin Impact? I need to keep playing that because there's a brand new Genshin Impact expansion that's out. It looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm still not satisfied with how I was depicting the waifus. I want them cuter and sweeter and better than ever before. So we are definitely going to be coming back to them. Just a Dio, who's here for fun, says, Noelle! Finally, some art for the best Genshin girl and my main. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Are there quite a few of you guys who've been playing Genshin, or were playing Genshin at the start of the year, who really stuck with Noelle? Because she had an Earth Elemental shield ability, and she could build up, like, spin pace, and she did something, I've got a vague memory, where if you did some other elemental abilities on top of hers, it really just fucked around with your opponents. It was really good stuff. Yo, I think I need to start playing Genshin again. Right now, guys, it is the spooky month, which means I'm currently playing Back 4 Blood, Dead for Space 2. I'm currently working out... Oh, your boy's got a VR headset now. I'm currently working out how to get Outlast to work with a third-party software, because Outlast isn't VR, but there's a third-party software called Vorpex, which I'm trying to kind of get a license for right now. And then it does something clever, and then it means, although I still have to sit down at my desk with my mouse and keyboard, I should be able to wear the VR goggles and play some even scarier games. So things are going pretty wild on the never-ending live stream. Grim says, the legendary Mikey does it again. Hey Grim, thank you very much for the kind words. And Tomato Requiem says, Mike's art, personality and voice makes my iron become the big iron. Tomato, thank you so much. It is the one I was born with, but I'll take that compliment nonetheless. Arian Martinez says, if you're going to play or watch Danganronpa, chronologically it goes part 1, Danganronpa 3 the anime, then Trigger Happy Havoc, Ultra Despair Girls. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Are we still talking about an anime? Goodbye Despair. This is your diary. This is every month in your diary. And then it ends with Danganronpa 3, the anime part 2. And then V3 is a separate story from the original. While the suggested way is 1, 2, UDG 3 in the anime, play V3 when you finish the main. Okay, Arian, yo, let me just grab you and stick you right in my notepad file. Thank you very much for that watching suggestion. Yeah, Danganronpa has been on my big boy list for a while, but that suggestion is brand new to actually check it out chronologically. Alex Zuniga says, honestly, 2 hours of Draw with Mikey sounds terrific. I'd be super down for it. Oh, yes. So we had a bit of a discussion where I was explaining, obviously, the Draw with Mikey series is no longer weekly at the moment, sad face. And it's a bit more of just a kind of a rolling update thing that we might do, maybe monthly or just, you know, every now and again. The 9-month gap that we've just had is a much larger gap than I've ever intended, by the way. I've just got a lot going on. So we did have a bit of a discussion on whether or not it would work to make it a longer series. And I think, sadly, there's something really weird with how YouTube works, where making a Draw with Mikey episode more than an hour long makes YouTube basically kind of suggest it a bit differently, and it's less likely to just randomly point out to people all over the world that there's a DWM episode going on. When there's very, very long content, YouTube expects people to find stuff like that more than it suggests stuff to people like that. It's really weird. Now, that's not like a super fast and hard rule, but it is something I have floating around in the back of my mind whilst we work out what we're doing with the DWMs. Oh, another thing I still want to do. I need to read now. We have the lovely, and have had the lovely Raquel Lilly singing the outro song to the DWMs for absolutely zonks and years. Go follow her on Twitch, links below of course, but I think we need to find a new outro person. I had somebody lined up a long time ago, and basically that was just around the time I realised that I wasn't doing DWMs every week anymore, so I had to cancel on that. But if I can get that person back involved, they've got a real kind of like lovely lispy voice with their sing-songing, so I'm gonna see if we can do that, and we need some brand new intro titles. Basically, guys, we've got to freshen things up, clean the house, get a revamp, open all the doors and windows, so that when we're coming up to the big 1 milli mark, touch wood, panic, you never know. This is why I have to touch wood. You never know with YouTube. YouTube is like working for a schizophrenic. Like, everything's fine, and then one day they might just decide that half of my content, instead of 1/3 of my content, is not YouTube friendly, and triple strike my channel with a single change of a button on the algorithm, and then next night I wake up and we're not here. So that's my way of saying, follow me on Twitter, guys. You better follow me on Twitter just for updates. So yeah, with any luck, we'll hit that 1 milli, but it does kind of mean we need to, you know, freshen up the vibe. Now, as you know, rough and casual, loose around the edges, and a bit more friendly and unedited is much more my atmosphere compared to super smooth and polished and professional. So none of that's going to change. But yeah, I need to really just kind of, you know, do some serious motion on the ocean regarding this channel. Anyway, yo, thank you very much for saying, by the way. I appreciate that you'd be down for some longer DWM sessions. Mr. Marvin says it's real crazy that he is the reason I'm drawing again. By he, do you mean me? Yo, thank you. Who can put out forest fires? You. I did indeed come for the fies, and now I'm staying for the tutorials. That's what it's all about, Mr. Marben. Like, I try not to say it all the time anymore because I do a lot of live streaming now. And this is one of the reasons why the DWM series is less regular on YouTube. I like touching bases with you guys, but live streaming on Twitch is a very satisfying way for me to do that because any one of you guys can just pop in and literally say hello to me whilst I'm actually sitting there drawing, and then we can have a chat in real time. So that's kind of like really nice. Although a lot of you people on YouTube aren't big fans of Twitch, I've noticed. So I'm obviously still going to do stuff over here as well. YouTube is my bread and butter, and it's lovely having you. But also, it means that whenever I keep saying this repeatedly on Twitch, there's people who hang out in my stream, like my moderators, who take the piss out of me for it. So just as a quick recap, dude, thank you very much for saying. My whole vibe is, look, I want to get you into drawing. You don't have to love drawing. Look, there's so many different people in the world and so many different things. What you like may or may not be the same as what I like, and that's totally okay, man. But I definitely want everybody to have tried to get into drawing at least once. Pick up a pencil and have a go. You might surprise yourself. It's very therapeutic. It's very good. It takes your mind off of life's troubles. It's a little bit of escapism. You might have a pretty picture come out the other end of it, which is always a bonus as well. And I am not scared to use boobs and thick thighs to lure you into the world of artwork. I will use some anime titty if it makes you pick up a pencil. Careful, not that one. Because then after that, you might genuinely realize that you love drawing. And then I've done my thing. You know, I've made the world a little bit of a more drawing-y place. That's what I'm here for. I just want to leave the world a little bit lewder than it was when I came in. Atco says, hey Mikey. Hello there, Atco. I just want to thank you for getting me into art. Yo! Yo, I love it. I love it when we've got two back-to-back comments and both of those comments like feed into each other or make me feel bonus good about myself. I forget this series is half me patting myself on the back. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I wanted to thank you for getting me into art. I'm getting better and better thanks to your tutorials and advice. So once again, I'm really grateful to you, and I can't wait to see you draw more quality waifus in the future. I shall make that my aim. Have an amazing and a lovely day. Atco, you have an amazing and lovely day. Thank you so much. Brit Times Shad says, is it really okay to age up an underage character? Because I've seen other people say that it's still not okay. Hoping you'll read this comment in the next DWM. Brit Times Shad, that is a fascinating topic. So, is it okay to age up an underage character? I.e., take Spider-Gwen. Take Spider-Gwen from the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film. Oh my god, my memory. Now, I don't actually know. I can't remember. But she's either 14 and or 16, right? So what Brit Time Shad is saying, say I want to take that girl who's 16 and I want to draw a sexy version of her with thick thighs and boobies. I'm going to draw a version of her when she's 18 because it's a fictional character set in a comics universe. And there's comic universes where she's actually a real horrible female spider. And there's a comics universe where she's a bad guy. Do you know what I mean? So I can have a comics universe of my own that's set 2 years in the future. There you go. My comic's set in 2023 and she's 18. And therefore, bang, I'm now drawing an overage character. I can make it as adult or as thick or as sexy as I want. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, that's the fluidity that comes with stuff that doesn't physically really exist. It doesn't represent a real person with a real age in real life. So as far as I'm concerned, you can play around with that. That is different than depicting an underage character sexually. But there's this whole grey area there as well, because I remember like ages ago, years and years ago, I did just a picture of Arya Stark. And this was back when I was drawing way less sexy artwork. I was just drawing for fun. And it was a picture of Arya Stark just sitting there with Needle. So basically she's one of a girl characters from the Game of Thrones. And it was season 4 Arya. So this is where she's wearing rags and training with a hound. Nothing sexy about that picture, but I made her legs a bit thick. And I remember somebody complained about it. She was like, you're sexualizing Arya. She's a kid. And I was just like, what? And they said, you've made the thighs thick. That's sexual. I was just like, all right, look. Okay, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. You're always going to piss somebody off. So honestly, as far as I'm concerned, there's a difference between the grey area where someone on Twitter is always going to want to cancel you, and I just don't have time for those people. But there's a difference between that and like really aggressive lolicon. That is an entirely different kettle of fish. But as far as I'm concerned, you can age up characters all day long. Mate, every show and their dad experiments with changing the ages of characters when they revamp stuff and reboot stuff. Yo, it's the Titans. Yo, now it's the Teen Titans. Okay, now it's going back to the Titans again. Dude, whatever you want. I wouldn't stress about it. If you're worried about people on the internet saying that they don't like it, you're never gonna be able to do anything you want to do in life, because there will always be someone there to stop you doing something because they personally don't agree with it. And their opinion doesn't matter. I don't know what to tell you. L3X Bunny says Noelle is pretty much underappreciated. Yo, Bunny, this is clearly what I'm slowly discovering whilst I'm recording today's episode. She can be extremely strong. She can do 20 to 30,000 auto area of effect hits, and they're pretty useful in Abyss. The story by now got much better, and it's getting better by day, so maybe you should get back into it. Yo, this is absolutely what I'm thinking. We're on the same page. There's also more great waifus in the game now. Yes, pull for waifus, draw for waifus. Literally both in drawing them from the weird random generation thing and drawing them. Yes. Okay, do you know what? I'm into it. One sec, let's have some more tea and water. Oh, it's been a while since I've done these. I was really worried that I'd forget exactly what we do. But spoiler alert, the whole point of it is we literally just talk. Read the comments, have a chat. One sec. Oh, yeah, that's so good. Enzio Lopez says, hey Mikey, hello there Enzo. I'm really struggling with my anatomy and even with your tutorials. So if I do the exact same pose, the exact same lines, they just don't look good. So just now I started seeing your DWM stuff and I can draw a torso without it feeling incredibly horrible. Oh yo, well done for evolving. Is it normal to feel that you're not getting better in any way? Yes it is. Also, drawing has become a lot more frustrating than fun. And recompensating. Oh, yo, interesting use of that word. So, Enzo, yes, two things. Number one, when people are sort of like, yo, what should I study? How much should I study each day? What should I do? Number one, there's no one right answer for everyone, blah, blah, blah. Number two, ideally, you want to put in a couple of hours every day at the least. But number three is... I'd say give it a 50-50 split. Now, do talk to other people who know what they're doing and take everything that I say with a pinch of salt. But if I was learning stuff in art, and by the way, I am still learning stuff in art. I'm just another guy who's on that journey of just trying to be a bit better at what they're drawing and always wanting to draw something a bit better than they can currently actually achieve doing. Dude, I feel you. Is I always kind of say, don't forget the stuff that made you get into art. So if you're going to sit there and you know that you need to study a load of anatomy and you need to study a load of perspective and you've got 2 hours to chill out in, I would say spend your first hour busting out your studies. Learn your anatomy, the basic shapes that build up the basic forms. Learn your gestures so that you can make that anatomy and those characters stand there in fairly natural feeling poses and it's not feeling really rigid and stiff. Do that and put in your time and get that repetition in. You're going to get better. But then the other 50% of the time, the other hour, I'd just be like, yo, well, why am I drawing? Because I want to. Okay, well, what made me want to draw? Was it because I was reading an episode of Hellsing and the way that the characters are depicted there is absolutely wild with really heavy line art and awesome characters with extra long limbs wielding massive guns and shit with vampire stuff? Then I would sit there and I would read and draw Hellsing for the rest of the hour. I would always keep on top of the stuff that motivates me. Maybe you've watched an anime and you really love the characters. Maybe you're reading a manga and the art style really spoke to you. But don't forget the thing that sparked your interest. Don't forget the spark that lights the fire that makes for rebellion. I'd like to apologise to everybody listening this far into the DWM. But split your time between the two. Study and motivation. You need to feed the soul in order to feed the brain? As for the rest of it, is it normal to feel like you're not getting better? Yeah, absolutely. Dude, it's not a straight line when it comes to any kind of creative, artistic, skill-based stuff like this. It's usually steps. And sometimes those steps go down as leading up. You get like a eureka moment, you get really motivated, you do a load of stuff, you plateau, you suddenly start questioning yourself because you're not evolving. But after that eureka moment, you thought you could take on anything. So you started really challenging some other things or trying to bite off more than you can chew. And now you haven't done it for a little bit and some of your skills have gotten really rusty and you're suddenly opening up your tablet or your piece of paper and realizing as you're touching the pen to the screen that you're not amazing anymore and you're just doubting yourself again. And then you have to do some more studies and then you have to come forward again, but this time you're going to come forward a little bit quicker because those studies have reignited stuff that you did have in your brain from before, but it was just lying dormant. And then you kind of go along a bit and you try something a little bit more exciting and it really works and you have another eureka moment. Dude, it's like that. It's this rambling up and down journey, but with any luck it's at least 2 steps forward for every 1 step back. Gotch says, I'm really glad. I had a big breath there. Gotch says, I'm really glad that I caught you live earlier, Mikey. Oh, yo, hello. Do you pop in and out of Twitch? You should really give the Attack on Titan anime a second chance. Yo, really? With all that's happening in the latest season, I almost guarantee this will be the best anime you'll watch this whole year. Better than Jojo? You'll have to be public. You'd have to be public to think otherwise. I wonder what that was an autocorrect from. You'd have to be public to think otherwise. Yo, okay, well, I'll try not to be too public, especially during lockdown. That sounds fantastic. Now, I'm not going to write that on my notepad file. Attack on Titan is repeatedly put in there from people like you and their delicious suggestions. So thank you very much for saying, dude. Michelle Sanchez says, Eres mi idolo. No. You need to find better idols. No. Es impresionante el amor que le debe tener esto para meterle tanto esfuerzo. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. Yo, hey, May. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm glad that you love what I'm up to. Espero para llegar a ser como tú. Ame este video, muchas gracias. Oh no, I didn't quite understand the last bit. So I've got just enough Spanish in my brain to get along, but there's some bits that your boy's going to open a new tab on right now and click translate into right this moment. And then let me actually copy this. I've still got the danganronpa and stuff. I was like, wow. I put that into a translate and I was like, wow, that was all about danganronpa. I looked at the English translation. Oh no, okay. I hope I can become like you. No, you can become even better. I love this one. Hey, love you too. Thank you very much, Michelle. That's very kind. Jordan Hill says, this is literally what I draw and your content is such an inspiration. Jordan, thank you for a very inspiring comment. I hope you have a lovely day. Einstein Pimbroch says Genshin Impact has become lackluster with the event challenges. It's not worth upgrading the weapons, and there are plenty of story missions. Oh, but there are plenty of story missions and amazing characters. I do recommend you check out the rocker bard Xin Yan. Okay, Control C. Here, let's just slip our sweet selves into a Google image search. Yo! Oh, dark skin, aggressive eyebrows, red streak in the hair, like that anime with the schoolgirl uniform, 2 big buns, lots of leg and thigh. Yeah. So this is why I've not been playing Genshin. I've had to keep Genshin off my radar because you just fall in love with endless waifus all the time. Yo, great shout. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave that tab open for later. Fizzlefuse, how you doing, dude? Says, I'm very glad I finally started watching your stream, Mikey. Well, it's been a pleasure having you. You've been an inspiration to start drawing. Oh my God, thank you very much. You've been an inspiration to start drawing again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to finish my cowgirl. Yo, that was a while ago. And Tuna Meng says, hi, Mikey. Hello there, Tuna. It's been such a long time since I've watched your videos. Around 2 whole years. Oh, wow. Welcome back. Excuse me, having a little burp. I just wanted to say thank you so much. Your tutorials that you made back then is what pushed me into drawing. And now I've been drawing for about 3 years and gone from hating my own art to actually starting to really like it. I've, of course, started to reach out to more resources to learn from books and studying other artists' work, but I just wanted to let you know that you're the root of it all. Oh, you're Tuna, thank you so much for saying. Dude, that absolutely, I'm not going to go into the same spiel that I just made a little bit earlier. Thank you so much for saying that. Absolutely makes my day, dude. Onward with your journey. Yes. Sammy Cesar says, I've been waiting for this one since last year. Thanks, Mikey. Yo, you're welcome. I want you to know that my line art has greatly improved, and it's all thanks to you and this wonderful challenge of yours. This wonderful channel of yours. I'm glad but not surprised to learn that you're doing Genshin waifus as well. Keep it up and looking forward to more learning this year. Cheers. Cheers to you, Sammy. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, so two things. The guilt starting to set in, but I haven't done a drawing tutorial in absolutely ages, but they are coming back. We've got this massive to-do list again. Number two, guys, thank you all for the very nice comments. I don't want to keep, now, obviously I do want to keep reading them. They're making my ego inflate massively. But I don't want to just keep sitting here and reading all these, like, you know, well done, aren't you great, Mikey comments, because it just turns into this weird self-masturbatory session where I'm just like, smell my farts. I smell so good. I'm such a good art teacher. Just a reminder, so just a gentle reminder. I am just some bloke in the south of England, right? I'm just some dude who is exactly like you, who just wants to draw better and is on the exact same kind of journey that you guys are. Compared to some of you, I'm a beginner. Compared to some of you, I'm a little bit further down the line, but we're all doing a really, really similar thing. At some point, we've wanted to draw or had an interest in it. We've picked up a pencil and now we're all trying to get a little bit better than we were a month ago. So thank you very much for the kind words. The only difference is I just happen to be making videos about what I do at least know so that I can share them with you guys. But that's all I'm up to. I'm just some dude, but thank you so much. It makes me feel super special nonetheless, and much love. Right, Zombarsk Sizalkai says, thank you for the tutorials, Mikey. Your videos are awesome. No, you're awesome. Excuse me if this has already been asked, but my question is, how do you separate and manage all of those layers? I tried to make good use of them, but I usually end up merging them too early on, and then I have to correct all of my mistakes manually. Zombar, never merge your layers. Dude. The only people who merge layers are the kind of people who deserve to be on watch lists and stuff like that. People who merge layers, like, they have the attention of the police. They are, I think, what you call people of interest. People who merge their layers in Photoshop. Let's just say they can't move into an area that's near, like, a catchment for a primary school. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to, look, keep both eyes open. The way that I manage it is I simply just make a new layer. Need to do something? Make a new layer. Need to make a new line? Make a new layer. There's a reason why my Photoshop PSD files, when I give them away on Patreon, are somewhere between 1 to 2 gigabytes big. It's because I never collapse it. But what I tend to do when I'm doing a piece is I use clipping masks. So very early on in my artwork, I will have a flat base layer for the skin tones, a flat base layer for all of the white, say, Noel's material. Now, today's episode, I'm doing the Painty render method. So this is a bit different, but I'm talking about, say, like the last episode where I did the clean, structured anime method. A flat layer for the hair, a flat layer for the background, a flat layer for any kind of gold edging, or maybe a different one for armor. And then I create clipping masks so that everything that I paint on the next layer up only really affects everything that's covering the gold or anything that's covering her hair or just her skin. And then I build up lots and lots of layers through these clipping masks so that on a skin layer, I might have 9 different layers of different skin effects and different areas that I've been painting the skin and different things I wanted to test and try, but kept on a separate layer just in case I didn't like it and I wanted to delete it without losing what I'd done earlier on. But that means when I'm scrolling up and down my layers list, I can visually see that there's a whole block of layers that are in a different position. They're slightly clipped over to the right, that are clipped to the skin. And then if I keep scrolling, there's a whole load of layers that are clipped to the white material and a whole load that are clipped to the hair. So visually, that's how I kind of keep track of my structure. It's by seeing these different groups and families of clipped layers to the flats that I've kind of used to source them all off of, back when we were just painting in the flat colors and layers. So that's the method to my madness, at least. One day, you never know, I might crack and I might start just flattening, not all of my layers like a crazy man, but like some of them for the sake of grouping. So merge all the skin ones, merge all the clothing ones, merge all the hair ones. But the problem is like, I still believe in a good world. I still believe in love and trust and hope for a better future. So I still haven't kind of like devolved into the kind of filth scumbag person who flattens the layers in their Photoshop files. Not yet, at least. Not today. There's still sunshine on my horizon. What about you guys? Least likely suspect says, yes, Noelle! I love this girl. She seems nice. My recommendations for an anime with a lot of girls is Ruby, RWBY. Like most of the cast is female, there's one for everyone with your different preference. Yo, okay, lovely. Well, in that case, I will add Ruby to the list. Now, I've heard Ruby many times before, but I've not heard people recommend Ruby recently, and so I kind of vibed it off the list based on how much spare time I had. Also because I heard it's all 3D animation, and it's not necessarily like, you know, really amazing waifu. Now, don't put a gun to my head. I'm just speaking out loud of not having not seen it. But like, it's not like high-tier art design, that Ruby is more about the action and the characters and the combat. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I'm not being dismissive. So that's why I just kind of haven't necessarily focused on it the way, say, I might have focused on Genshin Impact girls. But thank you very much anyway. Let's scroll down. Samuel Yagede says, I love your work, mate. I literally can't draw without listening in. Keep it up. Yo, dude, lovely to have you. A bit more of me in your sweet ears. Have a lovely day. And Zentron says, another brilliant piece of art. I always love your shading. Yo, thank you. Normally, my Christmas stroke New Year sees me spending time with my family. Yo, I hope it was a lovely time for you. Then going through an overnight rave into New Year's until New Year's morning. Yo, I hope you didn't bite too much of the inside of your cheeks out. Hashtag you know what I mean. Alas, this year was almost none of that. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forget about the lockdown. I'm such a natural shut-in now. I'm just like, yes, I'm sure it's still happening, but it's having no effect on me and my sitting inside lifestyle. However, a babe that you might like to draw, she's fit thick, a lady called Princess Aura from Filmation's 1979 to 1980 Flash Gordon animated series. There was a Flash Gordon animated series? What? Princess Aura. Yeah, one sec. Let's get Googling. Princess Aura, Flash Gordon, images. Okay, all of my search results are from the Flash Gordon movie. Yo, she did not wear much material in that Flash Gordon film. Holy shit. I'm seeing some kind of gold bikini vibe. Okay, well, I'm going to keep that tab open for later. Let me search again, but I'll type cartoon. Images. Oh, yo, yeah. Very orange. There's a lot of skin on display. Yo, and she's got that big, high 60s hair. Okay, sure. Do you know what? She looks like a character design who belongs in what was that kind of weird, slightly booby-filled animation? I want to say Heavy Metal. And then, like, South Park, like, took the piss out of it for an episode. She kind of looks like that design. Very, very fascinating. Jisa Weeb says, I love this character. She's my favorite, and my favorite part about her is her shield ability. Yes, absolutely. Big Genshin fanos over here. So I think just from the amount of positive response I've been reading, even just off the back of today's episode, I'm definitely going to have to start playing Genshin Impact some more. Guys, if you like backseating and telling another person what to do because you know better than them, I do have backseating turned on with most of my video game live streams, so do just hop over to Twitch where I'm live. And when I'm playing Genshin, you can literally just tell me where to do the best things, how to do the best combos. Like, I love Sucrose for her character design, but also the fact that her like wind ability or her wind special that she uses drags all the characters kind of together, so they all get sucked towards the middle, so that other attacks that do like an area of effect, even if they're smaller, all smash in on those bad boys. And especially like if you mix up with is it Zhang Ying, the girl with the pole who's got like fire abilities as well, so then you start flaming up the wind. Look, one of the things I loved about Genshin was comboing up for big DPS. That was very, very satisfying. Do you know what? Yeah. Okay, we're going to go back to playing Genshin. Good shout. Raw Mutton says, I know this has been said a million times over. Oh, don't worry, Raw Mutton. That's how many times you have to say something before I finally hear it. But geez, the way you draw is amazing. Oh, thank you. Oh, shit. I thought you were going to have like a request or a suggestion. I really love the way you do line art and the poses you choose. I'm somewhat of a beginner so far, and your tutorials, honestly, this whole channel have really made me want to try drawing more. Thank you. No, thank you for saying. You're welcome. Yo, you're welcome. Yeah, so what we're all referring to, by the way, when we've been talking about these clean anime styles and clipping masks and layers, is when I have a very structured, clean anime process. I am a bit of a Dr. Jekyll, Captain Hyde kind of vibe on this, where I'm either one thing or the other. Right now, the one that you're seeing for our lovely Sisters of Battle is the Painty render method, where we build up the vague shapes and the vague design and the vague feeling of a piece, and then we render through and actually firm it up with like a relatively thick render pass where everything solidly exists, and then we go in with another kind of fine render pass where we're putting on the details and doing all the edging and making all the lighting look more correct. And when you do this kind of painty render method, every layer is relatively firm. You can change stuff and paint over stuff at any stage of the artwork. You can experiment and try other things and shapes to see if they work. It's nice, but the end results, although give you a certain kind of digital artwork feeling, they're not quite as clean and crisp as the clean anime method, which is a lot more structured and relies on getting your line art as correct as possible as early as possible. You can't really play around with too much stuff later. You're not going to be doing too much painting over, but it does allow you to kind of paint and blend your way over the structure of a line art in a way that's usually just really aesthetically pleasing if I can manage to get it right, which I'll be honest isn't something I manage to do all the time, but that's because I'm not getting enough practice in. Whenever you guys ask me about a good amount of time to practice or be doing artwork, trust me, I'm not finding that time for myself. I'm always trying to make all sorts of different types of content because I try to live my life by doing the things that kind of have my passion in the heat of a moment and drawing all sorts of bits, but it does mean the structure of regularly going back to basics for drawing in the morning, which is something I've said I want to do for a long time, still isn't yet there in my day schedule, but we will be doing it soon. Yo, let's have a bit more drink. I've got a new water bottle over here. That's exciting news. That's a little update for you. One sec. Oh, and I've also had my lunch. Now, as we know, this is the super casual midweek unedited series. If I was a professional, I would cut these bits out, but that's not what we're about around here. We're keeping it casual, we're just touching bases. Lovely. Shiny Whooper says, hey Mikey, hello there Shiny. I hope you're doing okay. Mate, more than okay. Thank you for asking. How are you? First time commenting, so I'm very nervous. Oh no, especially with so much to say, but also not wanting to write an essay. Thank you very much for bearing that in mind. I love your videos and I've been watching since Draw of Mikey 97. Yo! Old schooling. And I'm sure you'll remember that on that episode, I mainly just wanted to say, yeah, 97 was the one where, watch this space, clicking on your channel. Going down to the playlist, click the playlist and open and scroll and scroll and scroll. Of course I remember Draw of Mikey 97. That episode was New Sketchbook, Who Dis? That was when we were doing our Shibari rope tying sketchbook inking work over Victoria, one of our OCs. Yes, all the rope and no other clothing. Good times, good times. Okay, anyway, let me just pop back to you. What is it you wanted to say? I just wanted to say thank you for your vids. Oh no, you're welcome. Sorry, I just went on another tab to have a look. They reminded me of how much fun it is to draw, especially after school, when the day usually sucks away our passion. Yo, I remember that feeling. I always found that, so not so much with school, because I'm a much older man now, but I used to spend a lot of time in my office jobs spending all day thinking about what I was going to draw and the creative projects that I wanted to work on after I went home. And I'm like, yo, when I go home, I'm going to draw this, I'm going to do that. I'm really pumped to do it. I'm stuck here at work, but I'm feeling creative. And then by the time I drove home and had some dinner, I was just like, ugh, what if I just went to bed? Like, I'm so tired. What if I just went to sleep? So I feel you, dude. I understand the feeling. That sentiment is always the same if you're doing a job that's not tickling like your creative bones. Anyway, I've started an art Instagram to get myself out there some more. Yo, well done. If you're looking for a waifu to draw, I always am. I recommend Camilla from Fire Emblem Fate Heroes. She's easily the most iconic busty character from the series. Okay, we're about to take a look. And she's got tropical beauty skin. You won't be disappointed. You have my attention. You had me at Camilla. Why, sir, you had my attention at Camilla. You have my interest at tropical busty. Let's go over here. Princess Sora. I'll leave that tab open. Camilla, Fire Emblem images. Yo. Oh, she doesn't have tropical dark skin. She's got purple hair. and my axe. And my bow. Purple hair. Big axe. Big booba. Wide stance. Strong hips. Crown. Magic energy. No. Purple energy. No, glowing axe energy. She's delicious. Yo. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. Yeah, okay. Nice one, nice one. Thank you very much, Shiny Whipper. Have yourself a bloody lovely day, yo. Mad Moose says, for a very long time, I've been going back and forth on getting a drawing tablet. Oh, yo, come talk to me. I play with tablets. I finally decided to go for it, but I wanted to do some research first. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that your question is 9 months old. That's on me. To see which one would be suitable for me. I was looking for something mid-range, not too simple, not too complex. I decided on a Galmon PD 1560. I haven't picked a pencil or a sketchbook or anything along those lines. I'm also a bit excited to get back into art. Wish me luck. Yo, sir, number 1. Good luck. Number 2, Galmon PD 1560, one of Galmon's best range, one of Galmon's best tablets in their range from back in the day. I hope it suits you very, very well. That size of tablet is a nice, convenient size. I've always been a big fan of that kind of 15.6, 15.9 kind of tablet screen range. Because it's a little bit versatile. It's not so small that you're going to feel cramped. It's big enough for you to put in hours and hours of work on, but always they're a bit more lighter, just easier to manage, and hopefully they don't break the bank quite like those really big heavy desk tablets do. So dude, let me know how you've been getting on with it. Also, yes, I too am a huge Genshin fan. I just hit AR 51, rank 51. Oh my God. And I'd like to suggest Mona. Oh, wait, read more. She definitely seems like something that's up your alley. Is she the one where everybody does a fan art of her? And they always do fan arts of her bottom. Am I thinking of the right one? I'd like to see Beidou in your art form as well, just saying. Anyway, sorry for the long ramble. I forgive you. Love your art and style. Thank you so much. Keep up the amazing work. Cheers, Sips Tea. Yo. Do you guys remember? Are there any real old schoolers here? Long, long ago in the early days of Draw of Mikey, there was hashtag take a sip. Hashtag hardcore crew. I remember. Yo, I'm gonna have a sip of tea in your honor. One sec. Wow, I just got some old school vibes. Yo, okay, one sec. Mona from Genshin. I think she's the one at the bottom. Images. She is the one at the bottom. And what was the other one you said? Beidou? Genshin Impact is the game that keeps on giving if you're a hot girl fan artist. Oh, Pirate Patch. She looks like she's got a similar color scheme to, is it Xinyan you were telling me about? They both look like two ladies you don't want to cross or get on the wrong side of. Oh, excuse me, having a little burp. But she's still like more Ara pirate. Ada. Yo, good to know. Okay, yo, thank you very much. Snowrip says, funny that you mentioned about Christmas, Mike. Yes, that's because the episode that I'm reading the comments from is 9 months old because I'm a terrible person at keeping up to date with things. Anyway, funny you mentioned Christmas. I broke my foot. Thank you very much. Yo, break a leg. Congratulations. Welcome. I hope you're back and healed. 3 months of sick leave. Oh, congratulations. I hope it's being paid for. More time to draw hot and lewd waifus, though, I suppose. And always a fun time watching you work whilst drawing. Yo, thank you very much, man. Guys, what are you getting up to? Guys, I didn't really give you a question for this DWM. Sometimes we kind of did weekly questions and stuff. So I'm just going to boil it down to, if you're still listening at this point, you are the hashtag hardcore crew. Thank you very much. If you're listening, You are the resistance. But also, guys, just for basics, how are you? What are you up to? What are you drawing? Do you have any suggestions for me to draw stuff? And please, always anime, manga, and video game suggestions as well, especially during Spooky Month. I'd love to hear what's going on at your end. The whole point of this is just so that I can literally just touch bases with you lovely people who bother watching my videos and content. I bloody love you for it. So yeah, just that's it. Just let me know what's happening on. Quick recap, make sure you're following me on what was it, Twitch? Yeah, that's where I'm live. And make sure you're following on Mega Minis as well. But no, that's not the end. It sounds like I was just wrapping up the episode, but just reminded to say that. Zante says, hey Mikey. Hello there, Zante. Happy New Year. Happy Oh my god. Okay, this is on me. I need to make more regular uploads. It's October, and I'm saying finally, Happy New Year to you. I hope 2021 brings lots of good things. Yeah, I hope so too. Like, it's hard to call it this early, but let's hope 2021 is going to be all right. A few years ago, I got a UG tablet for Christmas based on your review of it, and it helped me through a lot out the last years of my digital art. Good. Unfortunately, it's the end of course after Christmas, and it's now stopped working properly. The pen pressure has completely gone. No! Those UG tablets, like I say in the review, they kind of do the job, but you want to consider Huey on an XP pen. I never really want to say that unless you're about to tell me that you've had enough of them, in which case I'm just like, yeah. So, based on another review, I ordered another one from Amazon, the XP Pen Deco 03. I'm so glad you said that after I just made that comment without reading the rest of what you typed. That is going to look after you very well. Your boy Mikey likes a good Huey on, and he loves a good XP pen, especially in the last 2 years. XP Pen Standard is right up there. The Deco range is a bloody good range. I'm pretty confident it's going to look after you, so that's great to hear. My OCs shall not be left undrawn for so long. Good. Have a good day, sir. Looking forward to all of the content you have planned this year. I have many plans. It's all coming together. This is going to work out great. Thank you very much for your patience, though. We will nail it soon. Uziel Ivan says, I've never heard of somebody called their art safe for work with some spice. But it does fit his artwork, though. Yeah, Uziel, technically safe for work, but spicy. That's the line we like to ride. Unless it's Patreon, of course, in which case things are getting richer. And the flavour is increasing more and more, especially very soon after we've wrapped up a few things. There's going to be a lot of flavour in the content, so do be warned, anybody who's following me on the Patreon and stuff. Scarlett Webster says, Rohan Izaraki's self-insertion. P.S. I love your art. I can't do self-insertion. I'm not that flexible. I tried when I was 18, I think, and I nearly broke my back. Anyway, you're obviously talking about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, and I'm obviously being an idiot. Is that why? Somebody told me that there's a spin-off anime where it's the Rohan guy, but he goes on a walking tour? Is that what he does? He just goes for a walk, and then he has loads of adventures on his walk, and it's another series? So that would be fascinating and interesting at the very least. I don't know if I've got the spare time now to do a JoJo's spin-off side story, because we have so much to watch and I have so little time. Also, I'm doing the never-ending live stream. Follow me right now. Come say hello. We are watching loads of stuff in Discord. I'm just screen sharing don't tell the man. I'm screen sharing my Discord and Disney and stuff so we can all just watch anime together the entire time. So hopefully I will burn through stuff a bit more quickly this time round, but we will see. Okay guys, I think we've got time for one more because we've got so many bits going on today. It is lovely to be doing this again. There will be more videos soon. Silent Game says, hello Mikey. I hope this year has been good so far. It has, thank you. And continues to be good. Same for you. I've been going through your old videos on your channel and I'm always getting better and better on the eyes and hands. Yes. I've been thinking of drawing some characters from Code Vein. I absolutely want to play Code Vein. This is the one I keep bringing up and then keep forgetting about and keep asking people, what's the Dark Souls game with the hot waifus? I think you will like Code Vein too. Yes, I think I will like Code Vein as well. Anyway, thank you for all your help. I hope this year is going to be wonderful. Guys, I hope you all have a wonderful year. Again, click those links below, follow what's going on. Thank you so much for being so patient whilst I'm just working on so many other projects. It's lovely to be back with the DWM. The uploads on this channel are still going to be super rare for the moment, but they will firm up a little bit in November and we can start to get excited and hype for stuff in the future. Let me know what's going on at your end in the comment section below so I can give it a little read for DWM 149. You guys are very handsome. Have yourselves a cup of tea and take care.